Good evening, welcome. It's Anna here, and it's Saturday, and I have been going around all day in my in my craft rooms. I have been looking at books, I have been picking up books, I have been flipping through books, and I have been trying to find what I want to work on next because it's time to start a new journal. And normally I do this quite early in my process. I often find the next book I'm going to work on when I find the papers for the one I'm working on currently. When I go to pull out papers in books and say, "Ooh, that's a fun book. I wonder if I'm going to do this next." And then I put it on my desk. And then I go and pat it and put things in it during the process where I make the first book. And then when I'm ready to start, I just pick it out and I have a bunch of things. And this time I do not have that. So I've really procrastinated today. I have been cleaning craft room and I have been eco dyeing. That's why my hands look so, yeah. I have been eco dyeing fabric, boiling that, and yeah. So everything but doing what I should do, because I decided yesterday that I'm gonna start a book this morning, a new journal, and I'm going to film it. And now it's 7:30 in the evening. And now I got ready to sit down. So first I have my coffee here, so I'm gonna take a sip. Welcome. If I didn't say that, I hope you're well. I'm well. It's just me and my youngest daughter at home. The other ones are away competing in mountain bike. And yes, I like my foamed milk on my coffee. So it's cafe latte. So I picked out two books. We have this, and I think I made one quite similar to this quite recently. I think I'm gonna, while I talk to you, I'm just going to check my channel and see. I wonder if so this is one of the journals I am thinking of, and the other one is this. This doesn't look as fancy as this one, but I wonder if it's like the first book of the year. Maybe it was. Anyway, this is from 1893, and it's one of those, you know, when you have a whole magazine in a single book. And this one is okay. This one is, look at that spine. The spine is amazing, so beautiful. The rest of it is quite plain, but the spine is beautiful. And this is a German book. Menes Handlexikon, die allgemeine Wissens. Vierte Auflage, zweite Band, 1888, Leipzig. It is a kind of dictionary or an encyclopedia. I think it's an encyclopedia. And it's really cool. Love the pages. It's beautiful. The Gothic font and everything. And I haven't decided yet which one I should start. Ooh, that's a nice surprise. It would be fun to keep that. So as I said, I haven't decided. This one needs a little bit of mending there, but I would like to keep it as it is. This one is falling apart. It has more or less gutted itself, as you can see. Oh, it just did. I love it when they use paper like this inside. I do that. So that will go back into the journal. And it's also got paper here. Wow. Fun times. How is this? What is this? Is it some kind of bug? No, it's the leather from the spine. Anyway, so I think I have an idea on what to put on the front of these as well. And I might just do this, both of them, because I picked them out and I can't decide. So for this one, I picked out one of my big cabinet cards. This is a family. I'm gonna stand up and move in a bit closer so that you can see. We have a father and a son, I believe, and another son and a little girl, and a mother and a little dog. And it's from Porjus in Finland, and I think it's absolutely gorgeous. So I thought it would actually suit quite well to put on there. And I wouldn't even mind covering up the date, because it's also on the spine, and this spine will not be covered up. It's beautiful. So Ord och Bild is the name of the magazine. Words and Images, or Word and Image. So that is kind of the, and then some gold brads. So that's the cover for that one. And I am tempted to go with that. Love the embossing on the back as well. And for this one, I have an entirely different kind of idea. This I want to be a grungy, dark, gothic, almost not Halloween. I don't make Halloween. I don't do Halloween, but you know, a bit of spooky journal. Pictures of the human body, skulls, bats, poisons, you know, a bit kind of gothic, and it goes with the font as well. But then I found this image of this. This is a postcard I got sent. It was in a package I got, and it has been pinned on someone's board, and it's got to be bent corners and everything, but I love it. It's dark. So I don't know, should I make that into a gothic one? Or should I make it into a botanical one maybe? Considering the spine with the leaves and things on it. Or, yeah. And this one should be a storybook. Ludwig, what does it say? It says Ludwig Westfeldt is the photographer on that one. So these will be two very different kind of books, and I want you to tell me down below what you think of my ideas. Do you think this should be a botanical or maybe a spooky, grungy, gothic type of journal? And while I wait for that, I'm gonna get started. Why not get started? Yes, I will. So I'm gonna clean up the books, gut them, reinforce them, and we will go from there. So this one, as I said, has gutted itself quite nicely. And I'm just thinking how much I want to. I would be very happy if I could get this out in one piece. It would be so nice. And then put it back as decoration inside the journal. Maybe I should see if I can use my tweezers or something to get it out. Doesn't really want to let go here. Oh, there's a fold. This might have to go in several pieces, unfortunately, but I will use it all the same. Yeah, now it's lifting. This journal book is from 1893. Can you imagine the glue they used? Oh, look at it, it's been cracking. to get that to stick like that after all these years. You can see also that they something underneath here, so it's doubled. Cool. That is going to stay. And get back into the book. Let me just get rid of some of the dust. Now I'm going to try to clean it up a bit. See if I can. Oh, this one needs some help. Ooh, it's falling apart here. So I might have to add some lace or something up here and down here. Maybe I should do a black lace, considering this. I don't have any gold lace. Is there gold lace to buy? I have no idea. So I am scraping away. And starting to think a bit what I want this journal to be. What I want to kind of, if it's going to be an all sorts book or a storytelling book, or because I am imagining the family on the photo. Let's pick them out. The family here. It could be their book. They put in pictures on holidays or things they want. It could be her book. Adding things that she wants to remember. And maybe some recipes or some other things. Don't be too vivid, vigorous. So I'll try with my nails as well. Now that they're long and dirty, I'm gonna have to cut them later and clean them up a bit after the eco dyeing. I've been boiling fabrics, as I said. I haven't done that before. I just did paper twice this year. So I'm a good beginner on the eco dyeing. But I love it. And then I saw Marielle's journals. She's also Swedish, or she's not Swedish. I think she's original from the Netherlands, but she lives in Sweden. And she did unraveling of her bundles. Oh, such beautiful prints she got. So I got excited, and she recommended that you boil your fabrics, and you make your bundles, you wrap them up, fabrics and laces and doilies and things, and you what I did was that I used different leaves, because not much flowers are blooming now, but different leaves from my garden. And I got some roses on my birthday, and they are starting to get a bit sad, so I used them. And I used lots of rusty stuff, and I did I'm gonna put some glue there. I rolled it tightly in bundles, and I used some thread or yarn to tie them together, and then I put them in my aluminum pot, and I added some rusty bits in the bottom, and then I added water that I mixed with alum powder and vinegar and a touch of blue dye powder for dyeing textiles. And I have boiled it, and I put a rock on top of it. I have boiled it, and now it's resting until tomorrow. Then I will pour the water off and leave it for 6 at least hours before I try to pour the water off. So no, before I unwrap them, that's what I wanted to say. So fun times. This needs reinforcing. And I'm thinking if I want to use, I'm just checking this up to the light, and the hinges are good. It needs mostly reinforcing up here and down here, and that's, I'm going to use some lace or fabric, I think. But what do I want to use here? Do I want to use, this is gauze that you use when you bookbinding. Could use that, but I don't know if that will hold. Could use fabric, could use some of my precious mull, bookbinding mull that I bought from Kate, PCK Designs in New Zealand. And I think I'm gonna do that just to be extra careful. So I'm gonna stand up, walk over the other end of the room and get it. There it is. And this one is ribbed. As you can see, it has extra reinforcing in the this way. Let's do some this, just to be extra sure that it will last another 100 and something years. So I'm starting to think, this printed 1893 and it's now 2025. I bet you have all done the math already, but my brain doesn't like mathing, so I have to cut straight for the, can't cut straight. Let me see. Yeah, that's enough. 132 years. That's what I came up with. I hope you got the same number. So I am going to cut that straighter, just because I'm gonna irritate it if I don't. Oops. Things are falling everywhere. Using the rotary cutter again, because that went so well last time, right? So I'm gonna try to find a straight edge, like so, and then I'm gonna put my knife, not my knife, my ruler, and then I'm gonna cut. I did it. I'm so proud of myself. Doing straight things and ironing my fabrics. I am proud. So I'm thinking I want to add this on the top, because this is really falling apart. So I'm gonna add this quite far up. So it got some sturdiness up there, and then I'm going to just getting my head in here. Yeah, I'm gonna cut it again, just above that rib. Cut it too long. There we go. And I want to use my bookbinding glue. The Coral bookbinding glue. Silicone makeup brush. Couldn't have be doing this without it. Junk journal creating, because I use it all the time. find it so easy to clean. I really prefer this to the normal brushes with bristles, because I forget to clean them and I have to throw them out. So this is a cheap, really cheap option to use. So I want to just, I need to get it in the hinges properly, and then I want to get it a bit out on the first, the front cover as well there, like so. And since the mull is like a gauze, it will be, this will be oozing out all over the place, so I don't want to spread it too thick, because I'm gonna get it all over my hands. And my hands are already really dry today from all the alum makes my hands dry. I realized, oh, I shouldn't be dipping that in there with that leather on. It's so easy to make your glue go moldy if you get things in it, but that's okay. There we go. So, do you think we should put it down now? I think we should. There we go. And as I said, I'm gonna get glue all over my fingers. So I'm going to get this all the way up to the top, as I said, like so. And try to, I'm gonna use my bone folder if I can reach it. Getting it into the hinge, really good. Flattening it out. To this hinge. And if you have been here a while, if you have followed me a while, you know that this is my method. Whether I use fabric or if I use this mull, I always do the same way. And if the spine is a bit cracked, I can use fabric that is in the same color as the spine, and I turn it so that the pattern is down. So if the spine continues to crack, you will see that fabric. And that I picked up from Catherine at Summerside Journals. Let me see how this works. And I can see that I still need to cut it a bit down here because it's too tall, too long. So I'm gonna do that before it sets too much. Don't forget to drink the coffee. There we go. Perfect. And what I do now, that I always do, is that I am going to get this I'm going to save. I am going to get the text block and I am going to wrap it in some plastic. This is just a plastic bag because I want this to go back in, and if I put it in right now, it's going to get glued down again, and I don't want that. I'm going to make sure it really gets into the hinges, top and bottom like this. And I'm repeating myself, I am going to leave this on the edge of a desk overnight with heavy books on top so that it remembers its shape. Imagine that this is a table, and I'm making sure from here and out is resting outside the table on the edge, and then I put lots of books on, and that forces the hinges to go back into their normal shape. I have been putting glue in them now, so they're really soft, but that's what I'm going to do. And tomorrow it's time to start the signatures. Now let's get this one as well. While we're at it, I am going to get that lid on the glue. I am going to get a sip of coffee. Or more like a gulp. And I am going to get my box cutter. And I'm going to get this book. This one is also 1888, so it's older than that one, but I believe this one hasn't been read as much. It's got some stains, probably from ink, but oh, the soft leather, yummy. I must save this, it's amazing. I love when you have advertisements or marbled end pages. Oh dear, this will be tough. So the trick is, get your finger in here to make the spine go away from the text block. Get just a tip out of your, I'm trying to do this so you can see, box cutter, and then gently, carefully cut next to the text block. And try not to cut deep. Try not to cut your finger. Oh no! Do you see what I did? I wrecked the spine. Don't worry, I can fix it. Oh no. Be careful. You don't want to cut into your finger. You don't want to cut into... Oh, this is really heavy fabric. You don't want to cut into the spine. And that was probably fragile because people pull the book out like this from the shelf. That's what people do, right? I'm trying to go from the bottom instead. Something is really tough in here. Must be some threads when they have glued in the text block. Could be staples or glue. I wonder what it is. They have glued something here. I haven't been having this much trouble for ages trying to... Oh, got a book. But I think someone... Yeah, you can see? They're staples. No wonder I was having a tough time. Oh dear. I just ruined my cutter, I believe. I have to change blade. Yeah, that explains why it was so tough. Anyway, next side is much easier. Now your book looks like this. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to stand it up again. And I have the text block on one side and the journal, the cover, on the other. And I'm going to try and spread them a bit with my finger and cut in between. And I have a window there so I can see the light through. Much easier, see? Fold in your knife. So, I am going to try and brush off all the dust here. Oh. Yeah, I still love the spine. This will be fixed. I can see the light through this. It wasn't in as good shape as I thought. It is quite thin. So this will have to really need some reinforcing as well. Which I will do now. It's a bit stiff, the spine. I want to try to clean it up a bit. Get rid of this mending someone did. That's the spine. shouldn't pull on that. The whole spine will come loose. And I believe I'm gonna have a hole now. No, I didn't. Ooh, good thing. Cut this. Ah, it's stiff. Not the best scissors to do this, probably. I wonder if I can use these. Maybe they are sharper. Yeah, these are better. Yeah. So let's just move this to the side. I don't want to cover up too much of this, but I really need to reinforce this spine. I'm thinking I might want to let's see if this will lift. I saw it was a bubble here. I heard it. My dog is asking for attention. I wonder if I'm going to use the model for this as well. Maybe I should, just to really keep it, you know, keep the strength. Let's do it. They're quite similar in width, these two journals. I don't know what I will do when this runs out, because Kate doesn't ship to Sweden anymore. Many people don't. I have realized it isn't easy to get things shipped here anymore. So this one also needs a bit of straightening. I'm going to use the same method as last time. And I think I'm starting to lose my light, so I might have to stop this soon, even though it's fun. Let's do there. Yes. We're going to do the same thing here. We're going to put it on with some bookbinding glue, and then I am going to put the text block back in and let it rest till tomorrow. I'm just thinking if I do want to do something else up here. Maybe I should use some extra of this underneath. Double layers are good. So let's plop lots of glue on. Whoa. So let me know what you think this book should be. Should it be a Gothic type journal, or should it be a botanical grungy journal? I am interested of knowing what you think. So That's the question of today. And I also want to know how you're all doing. I want to know if you're working on something fun, a fun project. I haven't been watching everybody lately. Since I started work after my holiday, I had to be a bit offline. I'm not online as much as I used to be when I had my long, nice holiday, which is natural, of course, but I kind of miss watching all my faves. Oh, and I have a channel recommendation. I'm gonna try and remember to link it down below. I was watching Catherine, Sunnyside Journals, and she was talking about that she avoids watching the news and so, and I think we all do, because there's so much horrific things going on. And someone recommended her to watch a YouTube channel. I can't remember who recommended it, unfortunately, but they recommended a channel that is called The Mindful Narrowboat, and it's a channel about, it's a woman. She lives on a narrowboat in the canal system in Great Britain, and with a dog, a lovely dog. I believe it's a Labrador Retriever. That's called Zephyr. And she goes with her canal boat. She is one of the tall narrow boats, and she goes into locks, and she is mooring, and she is also an artist. She makes the most beautiful nature diaries, and she paints and she writes poems, and she also sells copies of her journals, nature journals, and they're absolutely fabulous. And I saw the recommendation, headed over just for fun, and I have soon watched all of her channel because it's amazing. I want to try to make this stick more. It doesn't want to stick. I see glue all over my hands. That's why I rub them. I'm trying to rub off the glue. So there we go. And now I doubled up here, as you saw. So in that way I'm extra reinforcing that top of the spine that didn't want to stay intact. There we go. Oh, I have been going a long time today. I believe I have been at least 45 minutes. But time flies when we're having fun, right? I'm going to try to snip off a little piece down here. And then push it back down. Yes. Really nice reinforcement, this. There we go. So I'm going to see if I find another piece of plastic. Here's one. Cover your ears because this is crackly plastic. Thank you. Getting it back in and closing up. Yeah, I really need to push this back. There we go. And I might have to put something here because I can see the glue through. Oh dear. Same thing here. The spine came loose. Well, if this doesn't work until tomorrow, I am going to cut the spine off and start all over with a new spine. That's also an option. But I'm going to leave this in the same way as that one, with the spine outside of the desk. You could also just put rubber bands around this if you don't have the opportunity to put it on your desk. Well, my friends, that was a long video, and I appreciate you all for having the energy to stay all the way to the end if you did. And let me know down below what you think of these projects. I will be back really soon with another video. It might be the continuation of these journals or a flip through of my latest one, Lady in Red. Yeah, if you haven't subscribed, I would really appreciate if you did. It helps me get the right way with the algorithm here on YouTube. And if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate it, and I say hi back if you say hi to me. Thank you all for watching, and have a great weekend. Bye.